Here with head men's soccer coach Erik Schultz. Erik, thanks for your time today. Just start off by talking first-year head coach here, been around Concordia as a student, as an assistant the last couple of years in different capacities. Just talk about the transition so far this season, taking over the men's team here.
Biggest changes that need to happen with this team is just a big kind of overall change in culture. Getting a lot of new faces in here and kind of changing the way we do a little bit of everything, from how we train, how we prepare for games, taking care of our bodies, nutrition, a little bit of everything. So I think so far transition's gone pretty well. The guys all seem to have adapted pretty well to it. Some of the younger freshmen are still trying to figure everything out, but that's to be expected with freshmen. So I think so far transition's gone pretty well for everybody.
Good. You talked about new faces. Obviously, you have a lot of them this year. Did a great job with recruiting and kind of mixing in the number of returners you have had or you had coming back. Talk about, I guess, twofold. One, the number of recruits you brought in and how they've been able to impact the team right away, and then two, the work that the returners have done to be able to hopefully make that a smooth transition for the freshmen.
First is the large incoming class. Some of those kids are seeing significant minutes right now. We have a lot of freshmen that are playing a lot. They're still making some freshman mistakes, but they're learning from these mistakes and correcting these errors game by game, which is all I can ask of them. And down the road, it'll lead to better experience for them by the time they're sophomores, juniors, and seniors. And then the freshmen that aren't seeing significant minutes right now, they are still playing a significant role. They allow us to do different things in training sessions, play 11-11, which helps us better prepare for games and matches. So everybody, all the incoming freshmen are just as important. Returners, they bring the valuable experience that's needed. Some like Jeff and Alex, they bring the experience at this level that we need, that the younger kids are missing. Alex, obviously, with the goal scoring form that he's been in, has really helped us out a lot this year.
Along those lines, let me right into it. Alex recently was named WAC Offensive Player of the Week. Leads the conference in goals, top 5 in a number of other offensive statistical categories. Just expand upon his production so far this year and what he's meant to the team.
He's been very crucial to our success. He, like I said, brings the experience. He also brings a certain amount of professionalism that some of the freshmen and younger kids have not seen before. Just the way that he carries himself off the field, the way that he works out in the training room or in the weight room, his nutrition, how he handles his body, then how he trains during post game, before the game, everything. The way he prepares is it's a good experience for the kids, younger kids, to see. And then obviously the leadership on the field when we need a goal. Lately he's been able to go and make one happen for us.
Talk about your schedule a little bit. Early this year, non-conference schedule, we were able to get some wins early, get some confidence going for the guys, get some chemistry developed and so forth. Talk about the makeup of the schedule there and how that's hopefully been able to prepare you guys for conference season now.
Yeah, that was the plan when scheduling. It was a little bit softer non-conference schedule than a lot of teams in our conference experience, but with the lack of positive results that this team had last year, wanted, like you said, gain some confidence for our guys, get some guys scoring some goals, make sure that we all knew how to play with each other, and it helped us leading into conference because now we've learned how to score goals. We know we can score goals. The downside is we haven't played against a lot of very tough teams. So defensively, we've had some issues the last couple of games, but I think we've finally sorted those out. So we should be much more competitive moving forward.
Talking about the conference part of the season now, a couple games in, Indiana Tech, Siena Heights, Dearborn. Talk about those games so far, kind of maybe some things you guys have been able to learn about yourself a little bit more as you kind of go into the heart of the conference season now with some ranked opponents and so forth.
Yeah, we first couple games of the year, Indiana Tech was still our first half was one of the better halves that we've played so far. We just defended very, very intelligently, took our chances and put the ball away. Second half, we learned some things about ourselves and how we defend, and some personnel and some tactical things that we needed to change. But we needed that game to solve it. So I'm glad that if it was going to happen, it happened that early in the season. In the next game, we were hurting without Alex. He had the double yellow, so he had to sit the game against Santa Heights. I think if we would have had him, it would have been a much different game. We learned that we have to be able to score without him. U of M Dearborn was again a big game for us. We needed the 3 points. Alex again came through, got the 3 goals that we needed. So now moving forward, we have Uno, who is number 6 in the country, and then Davenport is number 5 in the country. We will have to defend a lot, but those first couple of games, we learned a lot about our defensive shape and schemes, so we will be much better prepared. For me and my coaching staff, we've gone through a lot of footage, a lot of games, so we feel prepared for them tomorrow.
Yeah. What are your, I guess, fast forward a couple weeks from now, season's done. Obviously, you can't control everything, but I guess what would be your goals or some takeaways to be able to keep moving this program forward throughout the rest of this season and as you head into postseason?
Our goal since the beginning of the season is to qualify for playoffs. We've put ourselves in a difficult but not impossible position to make playoffs. We still need to have a couple positive results go our way, get a couple wins late in the season, but those I think are very, very attainable for us. So that's the goal. Once you make playoffs, anything can happen. Last year, Madonna finished in 8th place in our conference and made it to the final of the tournament. So if we can get ourselves there, we know we can make a run. And then moving forward, no matter what happens the rest of the season, we are gaining valuable experience for all of our younger kids that are going to keep playing the next couple of years. If you look across the conference, there's not another team that plays as many freshmen as we do. We typically start about 7 freshmen, so these guys will just keep gaining more and more experience, realistic game time experience that every other team in our conference isn't getting. Those freshmen are not getting.
Good. Well, thanks for your time today, your coach. Good luck this weekend and the rest of the season moving forward. Head coach Erik Schultz.